Hello Zumba people, my name is Mini and
I don't know who I am. Hey.
Hello Zumba people, my name is Mini, I'm an Italian Zen based in Sydney, and today I would like to share with you the different types of Zumba instructors that we can be and how these will result in a more exclusive or inclusive class. Many of you guys requested this video and it took me more than expected. In fact, I decided to rewrite these contents twice to make sure that I would give you a clear, complete and helpful video. So, as a reward for my efforts, please consider giving to this video a big thumbs up. And if you really like it, you can also buy me a coffee using the link in the description below. So let's start with what they teach us during the Zumba B1 Basics training. There's the performer and there's the educator. And as Zumba instructors, our final goal should be to be a little bit of both.
Cool! How do we do that?
I would say that being a performer can include showcasing your talent, why not, your dancing skills and your groove. Boosting the energy level of the class, maybe by singing, shouting, exaggerating the moves, and going around the class dancing with them. Showing your personality, maybe with facial expressions, body language, and entertaining them before the class, during water breaks, and at the end of the class. On the other hand, to me, being an educator means making sure that you know the level of experience of your participants. Meaning, are they beginners? Are they all expert Zumba lovers? Are they a mix of different levels? Tailoring the cueing and the moves to the experience of the class, which means when you have beginners, you need to make sure that you're breaking down the steps. And by breaking down the step, I don't mean explaining the step before the song. It's not a dance class, it's a fitness class. What I mean is, just do the basic move of the feet first, then add the rest of the body, and finally add the flavor. Checking that you are in a safe environment. No dangerous equipment that could get in the way. Fans positioned properly so that air can circulate, but without being too close to the members and freeze them to death. Music that is not too loud. Members that are not too close to each other, so they can still move without punching others on the face, and so on. Basically, the more you are a performer, the more you are adding your personality, and the class tends to be about you. The more you are an educator, the more the class is about them, and you will focus on their needs first. Why do we need both? Simple. If you are a 100% performer, you become a diva. Everything is about you, and this, as we're going to see in a minute, brings a lot of complications. If you're a 100% educator, you will simply be a facilitator who shows the moves. There will be no personality in your delivery, and the class gets boring. At the end of this video, I will share with you the only 2 situations where I highly recommend to focus only on being an educator. But apart from those scenarios, my tip is find the right mix that works for you. But there's more. There's a third aspect that I want to share with you. But before I do so, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to post many more useful videos like this one. And if you are subscribed and hit that notification bell, you won't miss any. The third aspect that brings you from a great Zumba instructor to a true leader is focusing on the growth of your classes. I'm going to call this being an entrepreneur, although it's much more than this, really. Being an entrepreneur means making sure that old members keep coming. This means refreshing your playlists regularly, connecting with them genuinely, being interested in their lives, making them feel important, because they are, ensuring that new members come back. This comes from introducing yourself, preferably before the class, listening to their feedback and being available for any questions they might have, making them feel welcome and already part of an amazing community. Attracting new people. Promote your classes, have the members to bring their family and friends, Organize special events where people can try your Zumba classes without having to commit to a gym membership beforehand. If you're just an entrepreneur, you might be perceived as a business person whose focus is merely on growing numbers. So, adding your personality, delivering a clear class, and growing your business are all important aspects of your job. And if you manage to combine them and keep a balanced and consistent focus on all of them, you, my dear, are a leader. You're able to inspire, to understand what they need, and to create a community in your Zumba classes. Finally, how does all this influence the vibes of the class? You see, if you're 100% a diva, you'll get your front row fans to adore you, yes. But what about the rest? New members will never feel included, so your class will be exclusive and full of drama. I've seen it. They will fight over their spot. They'll fight because you give more attention to some rather than the rest. They won't be as welcoming with new people, so beginners will feel like they have to earn their spot in the room.
Oh my God!
If you're lucky enough to have your classes in a renowned gym, where people keep coming whether they like you or not, you will still get numbers. Good for you. But let me tell you, Zumba can give you so much more. If you are 100% a facilitator, you'll get everyone to follow the class, new members and expert ones. But what about their enjoyment? They won't feel engaged and entertained, and the class will remain just a fitness activity. If you are 100% an entrepreneur, you will be able to keep big classes and have a genuine relationship with them, but you won't focus that much on improving your teaching skills, like your cueing techniques and your personality on the stage, which are things that will really help you and your members. Therefore, try to build your job on all three pillars, because the more you stay in the middle, the better chances you have to create something inclusive, engaging, fun, rewarding, unmissable. Add your personality, yes, but make sure that they come out from the classes enriched. Treasure the connection that you created with your loyal participants, but also focus on welcoming new people with their story, their background, their needs. Being a leader doesn't mean that the spotlight is on you. Quite the opposite. The more you use your talent and your skills to share the light with them, to put the spotlight on each one of them, to value each person's unique flavor, the more they will come to you. They will be inspired by you. And that's magic. One more thing before you leave. There are two situations where I suggest being more an educator than a full leader. The first scenario is when you are a newsine and you're teaching your very first classes. Most likely you are struggling right now. You have to get used to start with the left. Remember all the steps. Teach a full playlist without fainting. You are not alone. We have all been there. Forget about adding your personality and growing a community. Just concentrate on teaching your playlist as clear as possible. Everything else doesn't matter right now, but you will get there eventually, don't worry. The second scenario is when you are covering another instructor's class. If you try to connect with all of them in one class and try to leave them speechless, some of them might have the impression that you're trying to steal the class from your colleague, and sometimes they will become very territorial, especially if they really love their instructor. What I do, is staying professional, positive, and respectful. If they come to me, of course I will be genuine. I will have my usual bubbly, fascinating personality. But I tend to say that I'm just covering, and their instructor will be back soon. Sure, if I'm doing a trial class that could potentially become mine, I definitely aim to be a leader. I try to remember their names and ask them to leave a feedback at the reception. But if I'm covering for a colleague, that's a big no-no. I make very clear that it's a pleasure for me to be there, but I'm just covering. Respecting my colleague to me is way more important than leaving a mark. That's it. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave me a comment and let me know on which of the 3 pillars you have to work more compared to the others. For me, it's the promotional aspect of being an entrepreneur. I always take pictures with my classes, but forget to post them on socials. And don't get me started on TikTok. I still have to figure out how it works. Let me know if I'm the only one or if you have the same struggles. Stay safe. Ciao. Cool! How do we do that? So, as a reward to my efforts, this is a torture! Torture! Cool! How do we do that? It's a dance class. It's not. No, Minnie. It's not a dance class. Cool! How do we do that? Cool! How do we do that? And by breaking down the steps, I don't mean... I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know anymore who I am. Cool! How do we do that?